has been going on in the local scene lately, it drives me insane, but in a good way. We have the Battle of the Bands to win a spot on Warped Tour coming up very quickly. Over the weekend, Sumerian Records hosted their Summer Slaughter and All-Star Battle of the Bands, with bands competing from all over the place, such as Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Orange County, San Diego, and even Arizona, just to name a few cities, and then your awesome booking agencies, such as R&R Entertainment, bringing you a range of shows, and Lions Amongst Wolves' very own vocalist, Mark Banda, bringing everyone a one-day local band music festival later in May. But I'll get to that with the details in just a bit, but first, some promotion of my past episodes of Around the Block. You can find episodes 1 through 6 on kbpk-fm.com, and just find the tab at the bottom saying podcast on the left-hand side, and bingo! As always, I'm bringing you what a lot of people want, and that's local band talent, which is so overlooked it makes me sad, but not anymore. This is Tamara Lynn, and welcome to episode number 7 of my podcast, Around the Block. Getting right into things, like I said earlier, a lot of local showcases are coming up. Every single weekend in May will be another show, so I would just clear your schedule. We have Dead Productions, which is owned by Brandon Perez, hosting a show on May 2nd with the ever-so-popular No Bragging Rights, along with local favorites Lions Amongst Wolves, Anatomy Decay, and more. The show begins at 6 p.m. at Recess Studios in Santa Ana. On May 3rd, we have Ben Burt's Pirate Entertainment, which is bringing you an all-day event called Wild Wild Fest, with over 50-plus local bands, such as Words Once Spoken, Paradigm, Within Ourselves, Anomalies, and much more, including some mainstream talent such as We Came as Romans, Cape Size, and Jamie's Elsewhere. Show begins at 10 a.m. and runs until about 8 p.m. in Silverado. For more details on tickets and the entire list of bands performing, head on over to wildwildfest.com. On May 10th, we have an R&R Entertainment Festival called Free Merch Fest in Huntington Park at the Upper Room. Playing that show will be Hold the Truth, Face Your Maker, and Whittier's very own Inhuman Atrocities, formerly known as Apathy, who was my featured band in episode 2. R&R Entertainment is run by Justin Diaz, who is the vocalist of Inhuman Atrocities, so go and give them a like on Facebook. May 13th, you can catch In Her Own Words playing Chain Reaction in Anaheim. The show is thrown by Cody Demavivas, who is the creator of Infringe Music. Tickets are $10, and the show will begin at 7 p.m. And finally, what I was mentioning earlier on in the podcast, Mark Banda and Black Skull presents Narfest Part 2 on May 31st in Norwalk at the United Methodist. It's an all-day event with local bands lining up to be on this bill, but out came bands such as Run Lola Run, Lions Amongst Wolves, Mother Sound, A New Challenger Approaches, Rain Falls Gray, and a lot more. Daniel Lopez of Mount Up Productions will also be covering the show for any bands playing that would like coverage. And if you would, go to facebook.com/Mount Up Productions and let them know. Once again, thank you to everyone who has sent me their band bios and the tracks of their choice to me a couple weeks ago when I had asked for them on Facebook. I really appreciate the dedication that you all have towards the local music scene. With that being said, this week's local band of Around the Block feature is Rebel Revive. They are a rock band blowing up the scene right now. Yes, Matt Lindblad, who is the vocalist of the band, has been in bands before like the ever-so-popular New Year's Day, but he brings a great uniqueness and friendliness to the local scene. This band has come a long way playing shows at the House of Blues in Anaheim, from which I recall packed capacity with their performance when they played with Assuming We Survive not too long ago. You can pick up their EP titled XI11 now on iTunes. Here is their song The Voices, which has been played on many stations such as K-Rock, which is pretty impressive. Enjoy!
This record's spun before 1,000 times. I can tell this isn't you when I look in your eyes. And it breaks my heart in two how this all goes down. And I know it's nothing new. We can turn it all around. Whoa. We'll shake the world, can't stop us. We are the loudest ones. We are the voices. We are the voices. Take back our generation. We've been silent for too long, and I've been growing tired of
As always, I thank you for listening to my music rants and anything else that I may speak about. Coming up next week, I'm going to try and squeeze in an interview with someone who will remain unknown at the moment because it's in the works, so look out for that. You can check out my other episodes 1 through 6 featuring, in order, Lions Amongst Wolves, Inhuman Atrocities, formerly known as Apathy, Arnold Gonzalez and his guitar skills, Pacific Coast High, Failed to Study, Such a Mess, and give this week's featured artist a like on their Facebook page at facebook.com/rebelrevive. That does it for this week, and don't forget to stop by and say hello on KBPK's Facebook page at facebook.com/90.1 KBPK, and on my personal page at facebook.com/TAMARAAALYNN. Let me know who you think should be next week's local band of the podcast. Until next week, this is Tamerlyn. Stay local.